has got to be frustrating, and we know we can't understand exactly how you feel, but what would you like to say? I mean, we know you can't speak to the jury or anything like that. We're not asking
I
you
wish
to
I
do
could
that.
speak to the jury.
What would you say to them?
What would you ask them? What would you tell them?
That if the Supreme Court has already said you can't shoot a fleeing felon, and Sam was, why does it matter if he was being arrested? What kind of question is that?
How much is Tenzin paying you?
Something's wrong with that question. I can't imagine it. We had an expert who gave them the Supreme Court case of a black 15-year-old being shot in the head while he was running while robbing someplace 30 years ago. And that case set precedent that you cannot in this country shoot someone for resisting arrest or running away from an officer. The South Carolina case is someone being charged with murder, Walter Scott, for running away from an officer. So I just think that question either defies the logic or says I'm going to ignore the law altogether. It's not a good question. That's not a good question unless you have not listened to the case.
Trina, what are you?
Who didn't hear that expert say that case? The 15-year-old black guy got shot in the head, and as a result of that, no one can get shot for running away. I'm disgusted with that question.
But they're still deliberating. They're still deliberating.
Yeah,
so that hung jury.
but that tells me that someone is on that jury who decides. Someone. I don't think it's the whole jury. I thank God someone in that jury is fighting for this case, because I think someone is. I think there's somebody who's fighting for justice, and I think there's somebody who doesn't care about justice. And I want that person to decide if this was their sister, brother, father, or mother. Would they want someone to say, oh, well, maybe he should be able to get executed because he might have been running from the police, even though the United States Supreme Court has said that is not acceptable. I want that person to ask, that's what I would say. Could you go home and, look at your family and decide when they're disorderly or defiant or disobeying some order that they don't get a jury. Tenzin gets a jury, you guys. My brother didn't get a jury. He didn't get a charge. He could have sent those other two officers chasing him. He could have done a million things, but he can't shoot him in the head and walk out this courtroom and think it's all going to be good.
You have to have your
Somebody's
brother.
working overtime to find Tenzin not guilty, and I'm not feeling it.
You have to have your brother in your heart every day to come here every day with the family, representing him and speaking.
I'm very upset today. This is not I've been very pleased with the whole process until that question. Because that question, I don't know what they're going to come out with, but what I know is somebody walked in there after almost 2 weeks of testimony and said, I don't care what I heard. Because I think everybody in here heard that judge say, that expert say, you cannot shoot a fleeing anyone.
There's the protests outside are getting a little more louder or more intense.
Everybody, they're not representing Sam. So anybody that's watching this, if you're saying you're for the family, and God knows the city of Cincinnati has come out in droves. My mom has expressed her unending gratitude and the whole family for being peaceful and for all of your support. We thank God for the city of Cincinnati. We thank God for this community. But the person or people who want to do anything to incite violence or riots are not for this family. They are not for Sam. I don't know what that's about, because we've never expressed that, not one member of this family.
So back tomorrow, right, Trina?
Yeah. I want that juror, whoever that is, to go home and pray and find out why are they ignoring the evidence that we all heard. There is a Supreme Court case in this country that says you don't get to shoot people because they run. So I don't care if Sam ran.
Even though he did.
I don't care if he did. I don't care if he did. Walter Scott ran and got shot in the back. I don't care if Sam ran. Tenzin's lawyer says, so does Tenzin forfeit his right to live because he does tactical errors? Sam forfeits his right to live because Tenzin doesn't like that he disobeyed an order? No, I'm done.
Thanks, Trina.
Thanks, Trina.
Okay, Trina Allen.
Charles DuBose.
Very emotional statement.
Okay, I am.